What if I told you that one of history's greatest war heroes, Joan of Arc's most loyal companion, was also one of its most terrifying villains? A man who fought for France's freedom, only to become one of its most infamous monsters. This is the story of Gilles de Rais, the valiant knight who stood beside a saint, and then plunged into darkness, accused of unspeakable crimes. Was he truly a depraved murderer and occultist? Or the victim of a sinister plot? Stay with us as we uncover the horrifying secrets of a man who went from battlefield glory to the gallows. Born into nobility in 1405, Gilles de Rais was destined for greatness. A skilled knight and brilliant tactician, he fought fiercely alongside Joan of Arc, helping to drive the English from France. He was a war hero, a man of honor, celebrated by the king himself. But behind the gleaming armor and battlefield triumphs, darkness loomed. When Joan of Arc was captured and burned at the stake, something changed in Gilles. The fearless warrior began withdrawing from the world of politics and war, retreating to his lavish estates, where whispers of sinister deeds would soon emerge. The descent into darkness, a nobleman's secret life. After leaving the battlefield, Gilles de Rais plunged into a life of excess and depravity. He squandered his vast fortune on theatrical productions, alchemical experiments, and, most disturbingly, dark occult rituals. But as his wealth ran dry, the rumors began, whispers of missing children, of horrors hidden within his castle walls. In 1440, the shocking accusations surfaced. Gilles de Rais was accused of abducting, torturing, and murdering dozens, perhaps hundreds, of children. The testimonies were chilling. Witnesses described secret chambers filled with instruments of terror, gruesome rituals, and a nobleman who seemed to revel in cruelty. But was it all true? Some believe the trial was a politically motivated attack, a scheme to seize his lands and wealth. Others argue that the horrors he was accused of were all too real. But one thing is certain: on October 26, 1440, Gilles de Rais was executed, hanged, and burned for crimes that remain shrouded in mystery. Was he a monster or a scapegoat? The legend of Gilles de Rais has haunted history for centuries. Was he truly one of the most depraved killers of all time, or a victim of political and religious conspiracy? His story mirrors modern cases, charismatic figures with dark secrets, sensational trials that blur the line between justice and hysteria. Could history have distorted the truth? And if so, what really happened behind the stone walls of his castle? History remembers him as a monster, but the truth may be far more complex. Was Gilles de Rais guilty of unimaginable crimes, or was his downfall a cautionary tale of power, paranoia, and political intrigue? His story forces us to ask, how much of history is truth, and how much is crafted by those in power? If you've made it this far, you're among the few who seek the truth. But this is just one of history's many dark secrets. Subscribe to Dark Truth TV, hit that bell icon, and tell us in the comments, was Gilles de Rais a true monster, or the victim of a medieval witch hunt?